On September 23rd in Hangzhou, 12,500 athletes from 45 countries and regions will compete in the 19th Asian Games. The Games will run until October 8, 2023. Chinese officials say it's the world's second largest multi-sports event after the Olympics, involving athletes from countries and regions representing 60% of the world's population. The Chinese government has invested huge sums of money in the event. We spent 300 billion yuan to invite foreigners to come and play. Will you come? The last time we spent this much was at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. This time, Hangzhou has spent a whole 300 billion RMB to create a future city that we can see right in front of us, just in time for this year's Asian Games. First, the Hangzhou East Railway Station is completely cleansed. If I don't tell you it's a train station, you would mistake it for a science and technology museum, okay? All white, extremely simple style, relaxed modern feel. Look again. The superb, high, and crystal clear headspace of the subway station. Riding the subway here allows one to experience the joy of riding a Rolls-Royce. After leaving the subway station, I want to take a taxi. For only RMB 1 yuan, you can hail a top-of-the-line bus. That's right, it's a bus. Why do I say it's a top-of-the-line bus? Because the bus not only has seats used in an airliner, but also is equipped with a simple table and a charging socket. When you get off the bus, you will find that all bus stops are equipped with an individual air conditioner. We don't need to worry about heat when waiting for the bus in summer. And look at the various facilities on the streets of Hangzhou. The benches in the parks support wireless charging. The road signs are all on digital automated screens in both Chinese and English. Walking on the road, you can see that the robot automatically picks up garbage. If you want to park your car, it can help you realize automatic parking. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would have thought I was time traveling. Look at the image of the city. Not only are all the major overpasses filled with flowers, but the Hangzhou government has sent 3 pots of flowers to every household in every neighborhood. Do you think people come downstairs to pick up the flowers themselves? No, the crane hangs them directly onto the buildings. The main theme is the Hangzhou Asian Games, the fragrance of flowers. Are you sure you don't want to go to Hangzhou to have a look around? Look, planters are made of stainless steel in the streets of this city. Hangzhou looks amazing these days, with beautifully landscaped spaces everywhere you look. All vehicles of the Asian Games, including vehicles carrying athletes, will pass through the entrance of the viaduct. Whether they stop or go straight, they will see this location, so we want to impress them with the landscape here. But the Chinese public, including Hangzhou locals, seem to have little enthusiasm for the sporting event, contrary to the high-profile reports in the official media. Sohu.com even published a somewhat similar piece on the subject. Why does everyone seem to be so indifferent to the Hangzhou Asian Games when it's about to start? But the article was quickly deleted. We searched and found the original article on some small Chinese sites. The article describes the event as follows. The 19th Hangzhou Asian Games is about to kick off. However, unlike in the past, the atmosphere this time seems a bit cold. Looking back at the original campaign for the right to host the Asian Games, Hangzhou was almost the only city in the running, as Vietnam suddenly gave up the right to host the event. There were 2 main reasons for this decision. First, the huge cost of hosting the event was prohibitive for Vietnam. The US $500 million cost of hosting the event far exceeded the original budget of US $150 million. Second, nearly 80% of the Vietnamese people were opposed to spending huge sums of money to host the Asian Games. This public pressure made it difficult for the Vietnamese government to persist. During the preparation period, Hangzhou has invested 224.8 billion yuan, or $30.8 billion in urban infrastructure. The construction of venues alone cost 10.2 billion yuan, or $1.4 billion. However, sponsorship and copyright revenue from the Asian Games is expected to be only 10 billion yuan, or US $1.37 billion, far less than the expenditure. This imbalance has caused financial pressure and dampened the enthusiasm of Hangzhou citizens for hosting the Games. As a matter of fact, today people are more concerned about the economic situation and issues concerning their daily livelihood. They are no longer as enthusiastic about large-scale sports events as they were in the past. After all, sporting events are optional in life. Food, clothing, housing, and transportation are real matters everyone faces every day.
我自己开店呢，那根本国家就决定的，跟你28啥没办法的。作为老百姓来说，最好这个钱花了老百姓身上，花了小青年身上，他们好创业，好提高水平、生活水平。现在经工作蛮难进，有种单位们都倒闭啊，因为这你几千买哪个的，确实不容易的那几千。
The article also mentioned another issue. Since the Hangzhou Asian Games has a large investment and poor return, many people feel that it's really not cost-effective. In addition, everyone is under great pressure now. As they struggle to make ends meet, their enthusiasm for sports events is diminished. Moreover, many residents believe that only a few athletes are physically fit and that it doesn't mean anything. What's more significant is that all the people should be fit, and the overall quality of the entire population in the country should be greatly improved. It's no wonder that Hangzhou people are in a depressed mood about the Asian Games. In the past decade or so, Hangzhou was once considered the fastest-growing city for the internet industry in China. The internet giants led by Alibaba have created one legend after another in Hangzhou. Hangzhou even used a section of the city, a new district, to host these bursting dreams from the internet industry. Countless employees of large factories from the new district have accumulated millions of dollars. The average housing price here is less than half of that of Beijing and Shanghai, but salaries are the same or even higher. The policy of settling down in the city is also relatively friendly. But in just 4 or 5 years, the city's tech companies have been laying off workers as part of the Communist Party's crackdown on high-tech companies. Here's a clip we've aired before.
Today, my circle of friends is exploding with the news of the layoffs of Alibaba. That's right, the big company is laying off employees again. The proportion of Taobao and Tmall is 25%, and Ali Cloud is 7%. The Cloud Intelligent Business Group has 18,000 employees. 7% layoffs would mean that more than 1,200 people are to be dismissed. Why has it caused such a big commotion? It's because layoffs can lead to a lot of problems. For example, everyone knows the real estate price in Hangzhou is largely propped up by the internet e-commerce companies. The last time when Hangzhou had a big company layoff, it affected the housing prices, leading to a price drop in some places. Secondly, if Alibaba is considered to have started the major layoffs in 2023, it means other major layoffs are on the way, one after another. Can you believe it? Then the third point is also very, very important. That is, our employment environment has further deteriorated. With so many people being laid off, is it going to be easy for them to find the right job? Not necessarily. So there is a large group of people who are being forced to start their own businesses. And what's important to understand is who got laid off first. The first to be laid off are people who aren't in essential positions, people whose positions aren't absolutely necessary. The employment environment will only worsen, and there will be more and more super individuals.
The Chinese media have reported on the experiences of many young dreamers who have been laid off in Hangzhou. One young woman told the media, "After I was laid off, I didn't look for a job. The job market in Hangzhou is so bad now. With so much competition for the best talent and the headcounts of each company being fixed, it's hard to find a good job. I have a friend. Previously, when changing jobs, headhunters would be looking for him, but now he got no response from the CVs he sent out. It took him 2 months to find an outsourcing job. I used to think Hangzhou was livable and had many reasons to stay, but now it's only because my boyfriend is here. Now I'm suffering from layoff PTSD. After being laid off once, it's like having run into a scumbag, which makes you afraid to love again for fear of being rejected, laid off, or hurt again." Indeed, soon the whole city is feeling the chill of the economic slowdown. The first thing people see is that Hangzhou real estate is not selling. For example, on June 8th of this year, according to Chinese media outlet Jianmian News, a new property development in Hangzhou's Linan district was offering gold as a free gift with the sale of its properties. That is, the latest batch of properties with 119 square meters can receive 1,000 grams of gold rebate, which is about RMB 450,000 at the latest gold price. Other properties in the district are also offering free gifts to compete. Some of them are giving away free renovation, parking spaces, cell phones, or waiving property fees. In early June this year, the Chinese magazine Caijing reported in Yuhang district, where Alibaba's headquarters are located, that housing prices have fallen significantly in the past 2 years, and some neighborhoods are close to having peak prices reached in 2021 slashed by half. However, for the CCP, in an increasingly isolated international environment, it needs an international event to dress up itself, and it also needs a morale booster. In its eyes, the 15-day event should not only be a celebration of Asian sports culture, but also a chance for China, which has been slowing down in the post-epidemic era, to impress the outside world as a host country. The Chinese government claims it will deliver one of the best Asian Games in history. And because it will be held in Hangzhou, official media are heavily promoting the Games as the first smart Asian Games, with a number of revolutionary immersive experiences and artificial intelligence technologies. According to official media reports, more than a dozen venues at the Games, including the Hangzhou Olympic Stadium and the Huanglong Sports Center, have been equipped with smart brains. They use intelligent technology to sense crowd density, lighting, and other factors and automatically adjust air conditioning temperatures. Moreover, sophisticated weather forecasting technology is used. The key technology of meteorological forecast is said to have reached 100-meter level and minute level. Alibaba's Ali Cloud, headquartered in Hangzhou, is leading the support of the cloud computing system for the Games. Organizers say the Games will replace traditional data centers with cloud computing as the infrastructure. All data processing, from ticketing to event information dissemination, all goes to the cloud. This means that the Asian Games will no longer need to build and dismantle temporary server rooms.
We
have 14 channels of surveillance that are monitoring the competition lanes. Through intelligent algorithms, if there's any crossing or if someone falls into the water, it will fed backstage immediately, and the security personnel will deal with it in time. It took about 2 years to complete the building of the venue. Digital tools are used in all areas to empower the event. On the one hand, this will ensure the safety of the competitions, and on the other hand, it will provide immersive experience to the audience.
According to the organizing committee, the Asian Games in the cloud will also enable countries or media outlets that cannot receive satellite signals to broadcast the Games live through the cloud live streaming. We've been through a very lengthy process of choice-making, testing, iterating, and correcting efforts to figure out what elements of Hangzhou to use to tell a bigger story about China. At the beginning, we considered using silk, tea, those elements. Later, we thought maybe people living and working in peace and contentment will also be the elements representing Hangzhou. In fact, when you are in Hangzhou, you will think that this should be the most livable city in China. What you see here is green and then negative oxygen ions which make you intoxicated. People live and work in peace and contentment. So, actually, this is not only China's present, it's also the future of all Chinese cities. For the past 3 years, our understanding and refining of the elements has been developing in a spiraling process. It's an exploration of the current spiritual life of the Chinese people from the outside to the inside. For the upcoming Asian Games, I think we should not only care about results, but also we should actually see it as a party. With Chinese people as hosts, people from Hangzhou, Zhejiang as hosts, welcoming the media, tourists, and athletes from all of Asia to come to China as guests for this big event, big party, to enjoy for 10 days. I think this is the best sportsmanship. However, as we said earlier, Hangzhou people don't seem to be motivated by the official media's propaganda. They are now more concerned with their own interests than with the so-called glory of their country. Underneath the surface, they are more concerned with information that has been banned by the media. Hangzhou, for example, is no exception to the recent craze of nuclear radiation testing. The people living in this coastal city discovered that the radiation level in their seawater was higher than that of Tokyo. Hello everyone, today is August 26, 2023 at 2 p.m. Previously, someone said that if we put seawater on the rocks, the test results wouldn't be accurate because the rocks have radiation, which may interfere and cause the seawater test to be inaccurate. Today, I brought along a stool. I will put the seawater on the stool for testing. Today, we have a range of 0.137 to 0.143 for environmental testing. The man brought seawater for testing. Let's take a few more tests. 0.2, 0.179, 0.16 microsieverts, 0.173. Previously, China Central Television in Japan, about 6.5 kilometers away from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power station, tested with a radiation meter and showed a result of 0.10 microsieverts. In Tokyo, the result was 0.01 microsieverts.
You can see 0.12, 0.13, and it's still going up. This radiation meter we brought from Tokyo. In Tokyo, this radiation meter shows a figure of 0.01. Just now, we stood here to observe. The highest reading is about 0.2.
Local citizens revealed that they weren't allowed to go to the venue of the Asian Games. Inside the venues, the security is very tight, with posts every 3 steps and guards every 5 steps. Various types of manhole covers in Hangzhou are sealed with strips and labeled for security checks. Netizens said, Hangzhou has security checked the manhole covers in the streets and alleys for the Asian Games. All electric manhole caps, communication manhole covers, and sewage manhole lids are inspected in an organized manner. Each well is labeled, and all are sealed with a special seal marking sticker for security inspection. Besides, Hangzhou has implemented a territory-wide no-fly since September 1st. It has imposed temporary control on low, slow, and small flying machines and airborne objects in the whole administrative area of Hangzhou City. This situation will continue until October 28, 2023. Chinese media reported that dozens of people have been penalized for violating the regulations. According to a notice issued by the Hangzhou municipal government, low, slow, and small aircraft and airborne objects mainly include drones, airships, model airplanes and delta wings, paragliders, hot air balloons, and Kongming lanterns. Violators will be fined over 20,000 yuan or less than 100,000 yuan for any organization and more than 1,000 yuan or less than 5,000 yuan for an individual. Netizens posted pictures showing that all of Hangzhou and even hotel rooms across Zhejiang province are now required to install cameras in their cat's eyes, and if they refuse to implement them, the hotels won't be allowed to operate. Patrons and visitors are required to register by real name. Here is a friendly reminder found in a hotel lobby in Hangzhou. It says that the Asian Games are approaching, and each room is installed with networked cat's eyes at the entrance door for the public security purpose. Room occupancy must be the same as the number of check-ins. Visitors entering the room must also check in with their real names as required of hotel patrons. The cat's eye of the public security network will issue a warning when it recognizes the face of a person who hasn't registered his or her name and enters the room. After the warning, if the person is still not registered, the information of the registered guest will be reported to the police station. Perhaps the Chinese public doesn't know that it isn't a normal behavior of a government to install cameras in the cat's eyes of hotel room doors. There was also a minor episode concerning the government's heavy investment in the Asian Games in Hangzhou. For Chinese people who believe in omens, it appears deeply meaningful. On September 11th, the official Weibo account of the People's Daily released a video promoting the Hangzhou Asian Games, titled, "Follow the textbook to see Hangzhou and experience the beauty of Hangzhou together." The video lasted 1 minute and 33 seconds. The video cited a poem titled Lin On In from the Southern Song Dynasty. It's selected to be included in the textbook of grade 5 of primary school. It's an ancient poem that elementary students are required to memorize. The poem reads, "Hills upon hills and houses after houses, windwood music and dances in the West Lake End. Warm breezes intoxicate the travelers who now take Hangzhou as the capital beyond Zhou." This poem was written after the fall of the Northern Song Dynasty. Through the description of the beauty of Hangzhou and the comparison between the current capital, Hangzhou, and the previous capital, Bianzhou, the poet expresses his anger towards the rulers who only seek to enjoy the luxury of life without thinking about recovering the lost territory and his worry about the future of the country. At the end of the CCTV Weibo post, it was mentioned, "Look forward to the Hangzhou Asian Games." The video was republished by several official media outlets at the time, prompting mainland netizens to follow up with posts that mocked, "I can't figure out what kind of people are doing the propaganda work. I didn't expect the People's Daily to have such a low level of literacy. And the People's Daily has hurt people's national sentiments." Currently, the People's Daily has deleted the video and postings, and the social media platform Weibo has blocked related topics. When searching for "Follow the textbook to see Hangzhou," it returns no results. After the screenshot was uploaded to overseas social media platform X, overseas netizens chimed in. A poem about a fallen empire, a suitable gift for the Communist Party.